Welcome student to the second part of the second chapter, that is operation on whole numbers, right? So today we will be dealing with the operation, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, and the properties. As already we have done the addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So today we will be dealing with the properties of these operations on the whole number. Right, so before starting an important info, you can subscribe of the channel so that you can get the latest notification as and when the video is being uploaded. Okay student, so let's get started. So the first property that we will be dealing is closure property, right? So in this property, suppose a and b are the two numbers, right, and they both are the whole numbers. So if we add two whole number, then their product their the sum will be also the whole number, right? For example, 12 plus 32, both are the whole numbers, and you will get the whole number, that is 44, and vice versa, and many more. You can take that, take as much example as you can. 6 plus 2, 8, okay, and many more. Okay, second one is commutative property. Commutative property, what it means, for example, a and b both are whole numbers, and b and a, okay. So if a plus b, if you add it, then their sum will be equal to b plus a, okay, which means that if 2 is added to 3, the sum is equal to 3 plus 2, 5, right? And if you will change the sequence by adding b with a, then 3 plus 2, then also it will be 5, right? So what we get in this is, changing the order does not change the sum, right? If I add 2 first and 3 afterwards, and then 3 first and 2 afterwards, it doesn't make any change in the sum of the numbers, right student? Okay, third one is associative property. So in associative property, if I say that a, b and c, they are the whole numbers, and if I if I change the sequence, right? So like if a plus b, okay, and it is added with the c, so the sum that will be equally, you know sorry, that will be equal to the a plus b plus c, okay. Okay student, which means that regardless how you group the particular numbers, the sum, it will not be changed, okay. No matter what, how you group the particular number, the sum will not be changed. So I have given this example, like if I have taken a as a 2 and b is a 4 and c is a 6. So if I add a plus b, that means 2 plus 4, that is 6, and 6 it is here, so 6 plus 6, 12, right? So in the next grouping, we have taken b and c together. Here a and b we have taken together, so 6 plus 4, 10, and if we will add 2, the value of a is 2, so 10 plus 2, 12, right? The value of a, b and c, a value is 2, b value is 4, c value is 6, right? So here you can easily see this, a plus b, 2 plus 4, and c is 6, right? So 12. And if I change the sequence or the order, then or the grouping method, it will be 12 only. So no matter what, how you group them, they will not be changed, right student? Okay, now next is additive property of 0. So student, let's suppose a is a whole number, right? So if you add anything, like for example, this is the value of a, we have taken like 200. You can take any value of a, okay, the whole number, by the way. So 200, if I add 200 with 0, the answer will be 200. Or if 0 is added to 200, the answer is 200, which means that 0, if added to any number, it does not change the identity of that number, right? If 0 is added to a particular number, it don't change the identity of that particular number, right student? So this is how you can do the and do and the calculations based on the whole number, right? and with respect to these properties, right student? So revise these properties once more. Okay, so keep learning, be safe and be inside, right?